Hello.
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 Oh, yes.
New overlay. Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
Voice.
More
Easier to
production
manage.
value.
More looks like it, but it's a less effort. Yeah, the previous one was too much work. So yes, yeah, screw it. Keep it simple, less clutter in the eye. Uh,
It looks really
anyways,
cool.
you'll also notice that the flashing logo is on the side for the D&D group, 5e, and for Alchemy, which we are very thankful for, so that we can play this game. Which eventually, if the party dies, I'll start a game with my own system, because screw Hasbro.
That's why he's getting ready to execute us.
Nah. Anyways, who wants to do the recap? Welcome back. Owen?
Last session, I think the first thing was Fenric was gonna go meet up with Reese, Conrad, and the benefactor at Waverun Park. And when they met up, they were discussing alternatives, a plan A to the plan B. So they're gonna do a sort of smear campaign against Lord Londark in hopes that there might be like a super minuscule chance that those in prison might still be found innocent. And then after that, I think was it back to the party or was it still me?
It was back to the party
Yeah.
when Sergio went on his
Oh
own
yeah,
path
yeah.
to pursue his own quest, like the traveling bard he used to be.
And there
Erno.
was also the talk that happened.
Yeah.
The admission and the guilt. Anything else you guys remember?
We
There's
moved one
also,
in.
yeah, there's a plan A and plan B. Then there's
And a
the plan.
plan C.
Plan C,
Jesus,
plan
yeah,
C,
Plan C.
plan C.
Plan right. But so then it was weird because during the meeting the benefactor was saying some really suspicious stuff, just like showing that he knows more than he should. And then when it cuts back to the party, so then Sergio says goodbye to Grantella and to Talonel. He reveals to Talonel the truth of what happened to Rolly and Polly. And I think Fenric goes back to meet with you guys, and then you find an inn, and you guys have booked rooms at the inn with Luther. Forgot what the inn, the Cozy Dozy. You guys are staying at the Cozy Dozy.
Yep.
And then Fenric instructs you guys to, like, he will come to you guys, but you can also contact him. He gives you enough money for a week of staying at the inn and like sending him letters, and then he goes back to Hotel Medina. And when we're at Hotel Medina, we're just like alone, and we're just doing Fenric stuff. And then he gets a letter from Conrad for Plan C, and it's like this fan fiction Conrad wrote about himself. And then after that, Fenric is like drugged, and then he is paralyzed, and
You were drugged
yeah, and then the benefactor
when he pricked you.
does his he does this villain monologue, and he takes some DNA, he gets some hair from Fenric, and I'm like, oh, fuck, he's gonna make a simulacrum. Anyway, that's the he says some crazy shit, something about his daughter, something just wild stuff, and that was the end of the session.
Yep, pretty
But
much what happened. Yeah.
yeah, but he did say that they were gonna go through the plan. It was just that it seems like he wanted to like control Fenric somehow. He said he would still be part of the plan, but I wanna. That's it.
Alrighty. I was deciding on which way to go first, but let's go back to the other guys first. Uh, you guys remember what you did the night before?
Yep, cleaning weapons. Then Luther came in, and we. I think there's something. There's a commotion on the other side of the room.
I think that was just Talnell moving.
Yeah,
Maybe
it was just me
evidence.
moving things.
Yeah, it was just moving a bunch of stuff, like the furniture.
Yeah.
It's a new morning, new day. You have exhaustion, Talnell, because you chose to wear your armor. Going to sleep.
Yep, and he regrets it the moment he wakes up, and he feels worse than the night before.
Oh, one sec. Let me add Luther to the scene. Uno momento, por favor. So that Levi can play as him. There you go.
Yay.
As the morning, you guys kind of like not super slept in, but you guys kind of wake up around 9 or so. Feeling slightly better for some, still exhausted, but it's a lot better than sleeping in a jail cell. Grantella, you have slept well. However form you slept, up to you. And Luther, you probably got woken up a few times in the middle of the night due to loud snoring, or somebody like fighting in their dream. Would be a nightmare for some people, but it would be a dream for them. Talnell, as you kind of gather yourself, there's still a little bit of sweat that kind of pulled up in your armor. It feels sticky. Doesn't feel. It smells a little bit too, like grown man.
Yeah, like I'm going to take it off when I wake up and be like, yeah, this isn't. mm, this was not such a good idea. Is there like a bath in the room?
Yeah, there's a.
Ah, yes, malabako, but instead it's my armor.
Mhm. You
While I'm waiting for breakfast, at least, yeah.
as you're. You don't need to go to the bathroom. There's like a little kind of basin that they give you to get kind of just used to wash a few things here and there. Um, you have you still have like the dishes there from last night and just left over to cool in the water, but there's some clean water too as well. You hear a knock on the door. Morning.
Yeah, I'll open it up and be like, yeah, well, oh, morning, yeah.
I noticed you guys didn't wake up early, so I thought that I would bring your breakfast a little bit later. It's not as hot anymore, but here. And she kind of like pulls towards the door, like the little like the service cart.
Yeah. All right,
Has
I'll take.
like bread,
Yeah,
still a little bit warm, like it's like lukewarm-ish. There's probably some of the leftover clam chowder from last night. She kind of heated up earlier. And then like some slight butter on the side, so you can put it on your toast, and a few sprinkles of like in a little cup. There's like garlic sprinkles in there, like fried garlic for your bread too as well. But yeah, it's clam chowder and bread with butter.
Yep, I'll take my. Thanos gonna take his part, and then be like, "Thanks. Don't worry about it. I mean, hey, at least it's not frozen. That's all right."
Um, sure. And she like looks at the clam chowder and just like smiles at you.
Bruh.
Oh, and then she pulls out from from the middle part of the cart like a steaming kind of still hot, and then she pours it on like a little cup here, and she pours down like a hot tea. I didn't know if
Ah,
you like
thanks.
tea or whatever in the morning, but tea's all I got right now. If you want
Yeah, it's
something
alright.
else, I can bring it up, but I hope you like ginger tea. Might help you kind of like looks in the room. Did some remodeling, huh?
Oh, don't worry. I'll arrange them back once we leave.
Oh
If
yeah, I would
that
have like
bothers you.
no worries about that. If you didn't, I would have just like next time you come in, I'd probably just charge you extra. But as long as you put them back, and careful with the floors, don't damage them.
Yep. Noted.
Right. I'm fine with it, but some of the people that kind of keep up the room are kind of iffy on it. I once scratched my own walls, and they tore me a new ear. So, I mean, I pay them, but still, you know, people care about rooms, I guess.
Yeah, fair enough. I suppose. I mean, hey, it's their job. Yeah.
So, what you in town for? I know I asked that probably last or yesterday, or I don't know if I asked that already, but you know, maybe I can give suggestions or what. Haven't seen you before, so automatically assume you're not from here.
Wait. DM. What excuse did I give last last session? Was it for the festival?
Sorry, take notes.
Yep, I forgot about this part.
I think it was like we were visiting family, or
Yeah, visiting family and for the festival. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Talon's gonna say that. Yeah. Just here for family and for the festival. Yeah.
What you really here for?
I said
No worries,
exactly
it
what
won't,
I
it
needed
won't,
to say.
it won't spread out. It won't come out anywhere else. I'll just let it pass through the other ear. I just like hearing stories. Like you're pretty
No.
well armed for the festival and seeing your family.
I mean, you said it yourself. I'm not from here. Traveling the roads isn't exactly safe.
What, you don't trust the Blackguard or Militarum?
I prefer to keep to trust myself. Thanks.
All right. The reason why I was asking is because lately we've gotten a few attempts at burglaries here. So you never know if you're staying for however long. If ever hear some bumps in the night, um, if you can help, it's fine. If not, it's fine too.
Oh, yeah. That sounds pretty dangerous. Where did they usually enter from?
This room.
The one that I'm in right now.
Yeah, this room and that room, and she points to a room down at the hall. Yeah, they didn't take anything, but it's just weird, but also I kind of feel not safe. But I mean, there's a lot of people who can probably help downstairs. But just a heads up too. Like if you hear a
You
bump
hear-
in the night,
you
Yeah,
hear Luther
yeah.
yelling from the other room. Well, that's how I got in. I was a bird.
Well, good thing I keep my weapons closed. And good thing he transformed back into a human into an elf right away, but
I'm an
thanks.
orc.
Well, right away. God, I keep forgetting it's not Levi. God. Sorry.
Well,
Yeah, well,
I'll roll up their food over there for them, and she just like goes into your room and opens the the access door to the
the
other
other
room,
door, yeah.
and she just barges in, doesn't even knock because you already heard somebody from the other room. All right, good morning. What's
Oh,
Gruntella
morning.
and Luther doing?
Okay.
Uh,
For Grantella, she's going to the bathroom, trying to cut her hair
Hmm.
and do some makeover to change her looks.
Is the
And
door
I want
open or is
Grantella
it
to be
closed?
like this. I'll send the picture.
Okay. Is the door open or is it closed?
The bathroom closed.
Okay, okay. You just hear like the water from the tap.
Yeah,
All right, I
nothing
think
open.
think she's in the bathroom, so make sure not to finish all of it. I know you guys get rowdy at college, but it's just clam chowder. So
ooh,
don't like
breakfast,
stuff all of it
lovely.
down.
Oh, you wouldn't happen to have the today's newspaper, would you?
I can get it. I can run down and grab one.
Oh, oh, that would be great. Thank you.
Well, enjoy your breakfast. It's technically sort of brunch-ish now. And if you need anything, just come holler. I'll get the newspaper back to you in a bit.
Oh, oh, thank you.
And she like stares at you for a bit, just smiling. Anything else?
Lu- Grintella, you need anything?
Yeah, I'm busy cutting my hair. I'm trying to look different. So I
Make
can
sure
change
not.
it.
Make sure to throw it in the bin and not in the sink, please. I don't want clogged sinks with
It,
hair in it.
yeah,
Yes,
that's
yes.
really bad
Not
for the
to worry.
pipes.
Not to worry. I'm going to dispose this properly.
I just had the pipes changed from last winter. They all froze up. My previous contractor was really shit, so don't want to run
Not
into
to
some
worry.
clogs.
Yeah, I will. I will dispose it properly. Not to
Thank
worry.
you. If not, I'll charge you double. Well,
Yeah, yeah.
have a good one.
I'd help, but my brother and sister are more of the stylists.
And she like kind of like opens she's not even closing the doors that she went into. She opens your door to the outside and she pushes the cart back out and just kind of like uses the heel of her foot to like quickly shut the door. Shit shuts back. The room kind of shakes a little bit and one picture frame falls off. Sorry. He goes down. What do you guys want to do?
Luther's gonna wait for the newspaper.
Yeah, I'm still going to want to do some hair cutting, then trying to change her look. And I'm going to want to add her eye patch, just to make sure that no one will recognize her when she's go out in public.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, Talnol's gonna go for a shave while he's in the bathroom, while he's at it.
Mm-hmm. All right.
While everyone else is getting ready, Luther's just gonna be writing down his notes to prepare his spells for the day.
Alrighty. Well, a little bit of a soft intro for a bit. In a few moments, you hear running, going upstairs, and then another knock on your door, Luther. Got the
Yeah, Luther will
paper.
answer. Thank you.
She's like reading it as you open the door. She's already reading it, kind of like it's already crumpled.
It's
But
gonna be
she's
your
like
faces.
really.
And
Oh
anything
God, no.
interesting?
She like pauses at one page. Huh. Okay. She flips another one and she's like her eyes open wide. Okay. Oh. And she
Is
goes
that a
back to the front page, and you see Londark's face, like plastered.
What?
Well, here's your paper, and she pushes it on your chest, and she slams the door in front of your face and runs down.
okay? That does not sound great. Luther immediately tries looking through the paper.
Yeah, and you guys see, Luther. You see this, probably the third page where she was staring. Um, like you see like caricatures of what looks like at least Gruntella, Sergio, and Talnell from what you can see. And right immediately on the next page, you see the. It's not in the front page anymore because it's old news, but like there's still like articles about like the trial and what happened, and you just see like this like like artist rendition of the trial, um, and eventually kind of like starts to move in a way where it changes scenes into this where people like there's blood splatter, like an artist rendition of a head flying off, and you just see Grantella's face there, like with the axe
Uh,
and like drool frothing at the mouth.
how recognizable is it?
It's
Like,
very recognizable.
guys, I think we need. And what was on the front page?
It's just Londark's face, and it says, uh, let me think of a good headline. Lonesome heir to what? And then underneath is, the history of lies of the Londark family. And then it's just a
Damn.
bunch of details like, essentially like that, like a curse was passed down throughout the ages, and Londark is actually not like the son, but he's still the same guy, and he's just pretending to be the son. But like eventually, essentially talks about like how the real Londark, like the real what's his name again?
Cecil.
Cecil, like the real Cecil, passed away when they were young as part of the ritual, and then to increase the life of this of the father Londark, and basically telling people that, oh yeah, this guy's undead, and that's why his castle's always, his manor's always in the dark, why it's always raining there, why he always has like a umbrella. Essentially, like it's both truth, and if you know of Londark, obviously Luther won't. But like for the rest of the party, if you Talnell and Grintella, if you see the paper later on, it's like half truths, but embellished.
Immediately after reading that part, Luther will knock on the door. Guys, look at this. The newspaper says it turns out Londark was some kind of undead.
Oh
Ah.
boy.
We know.
Can you believe it? Wow.
Yeah. Uh, the one cutting the head of Londark looks cute.
Oh yeah. Oh yes. Also, we might need to move because you guys are in the paper.
No,
Like your faces are just there.
I'm different now. I'm cutting my
And
hair.
it says that you're supposed to be in jail. So
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to disguise myself, cutting my hair and putting some eye patch.
we
I'm
might
already
want
done
to bring
shaving.
your stuff with us.
Yeah, you really shouldn't have asked for that newspaper.
I mean, it's in the newspaper. Like, like they would have saw it anyway.
I mean, what's the pictures of the people in the newspaper?
It
Who's
is you
with them? And who are the others?
and the Catman and are Levi and Tarian
Yeah.
there?
There's
Okay,
it's like the third page was the caricatures, and the next page was what happened, and like details of the trial and why they were in trial. But the third page has caricatures of them and like their exaggerated facial features.
No, exaggerated facial. I don't look like this, even though after I my old looks, I'm much prettier than this one.
Look, there's like what? Six of them?
Luther looks at the drawing of
There's
Levi.
three
It's
of
like,
us.
After we save him, I'm keeping this. This is gonna be funny later on if we survive.
Well, I mean, look, there's six of them. There's three of us. We don't have a talking cat here with us, don't we?
Yeah. And orcs looks all the same.
Luther raises his hand. He's like, but is is that offensive if we're both or? And Luther just shrugs. No, no, never mind.
You hear me, right? I said that guy cutting his head looks cute. So if we look the same, it means we're all cute.
Plausible deniability. The thing. I heard that big word once that lawyers use.
Oh, well, we might want to bring our stuff with us when we leave just in case.
Yeah, I agree. Better prepared than sorry.
I'm not wearing my armor.
You're still drying up your armor, hanging in near the window.
Yeah, it's just gonna be like wrapped inside the bag, half wet. Jesus.
You probably shouldn't sleep in that, by the way. That's not good for your back.
Yeah, I found out the hard way. Thanks.
Like, if you had asked, I could have just, like, given you some mage armor.
Well,
Like, you
guys,
could sleep in that.
I think it's much better for us
Oh,
to
yeah, right.
go there and eat there, and so we can observe.
We have
people.
our breakfast now, so they brought it to us.
Yeah,
I think we should take it to go in case the lady that kept asking very personal questions is an informant, because I'm pretty sure they are an informant for someone, because then no one
yeah, but
asks that many questions in
where are we going?
a neighborhood where people famously don't ask a lot of questions.
Where are we going if we leave this place? I like this
We can
place.
find another inn that the guards probably won't show up at.
Yo, while
Well,
they're talking here, I'm arranging the shelves back to where they where they were.
well, this place looks seedy enough. I think the guards or officials will not come here.
I mean, eh, like Luther says, the fact that it's seedy kind of makes it bit worse now that you're in. I didn't know you were in the paper until now.
You
It's not me. You
as you
can get
guys are having this conversation, you hear heavy footfalls and like running coming upstairs.
Luther immediately uh uh cast cast polymorph on Talonel and dimension doors himself and Gruntella outside.
Wait,
As you do that, you hear a knock. Hey guys! You dimension door outside.
Yeah, I dimension door myself and Gruntella, and I polymorph Talonel into a bird.
the windows are all closed. Where am I gonna go?
You are
As you turn into a bird, the knocking comes up. Hey guys, just wanted to talk to you about something. Hello. And eventually, as you guys don't answer, as you're flying as this bird, like trying to find a way out, the door swings open and you can still recognize it's the Aragorn-ish, it's the Strider-ish guy, kind of like coming in, checking out the things, and spots a bird. And
I'm in
you
the
see
I'm in the rafters because I don't know where to go.
you see
God.
Mary come in. It's like, I don't know where they went. Did you see them pass by downstairs? The guy's just like, nope. They left their bird in here. Oh well. I'll just charge him double tomorrow. They step out. He shuts the door. What do you guys do outside?
Grantel would like to do some running outside, like a track to practice his running, her running. And while she's doing that, I want Grantella to observe or hear some gossips while she's running.
Hmm. What is Luther doing?
Luther remembers that all the windows were closed, and from the street he just casts Mage Hand on the door to open the window from the ground floor.
Alrighty.
Okay, if
Grantella, you can roll a perception check to see if you can hear some gossip going around here and there.
Okay, okay.
Eventually the windows open, or a window opens. Do you fly out, Telno?
yeah, I'm going to fly out into the street and hope that this polymorph ends.
Mm-hmm.
It does not.
Oh, thank you. Oh, wonderful.
9. Nothing.
Mhm.
No gossips or anything like that. You see some people reading the papers, like just normal, but like no gossips or anything. See some people look at you, like kind of like wave hi. Just seems like
I way
normal.
back. I way back act like normal.
Mhm.
No, DM, I'm gonna trail. I'm just gonna trail Luthor
Mhm.
and peck
Oh
at him.
hey buddy. Okay. Full disclosure, I've never cast polymorph on someone else before. It'll wear off eventually.
He's just gonna keep pecking.
Okay. Yep. I understand. Yeah. That's fair. That's fair. That's very fair. Uh. So, what do you guys want to do now?
You turn him back into human.
L-
You can cancel the spell, right?
I know, but I'm flavoring it as Luther doesn't know
Oh,
how
okay,
to
okay.
yet.
Ah, well, he's gonna keep pecking, I guess. It's like because I'm
Isn't that
frustrated
like
and
8
I feel
hours
too
or
much.
1 hour? How long?
It lasts an hour.
Yeah, you're gonna
Oh,
be
thanks,
Okay,
awake
man.
for an hour.
okay, let's just like go somewhere less crowded first, and then I'll try and figure it out.
All right. As you guys start to kind of go around the Corin district, um, right outside of the tavern, there's like the town circle there, and you can see like the steps to the bay going down. It's like there's steps that go straight into the water. So you see people like sitting there, just kind of having like a picnic. Some of them probably are like uh like having a brunch, like vacationers, or some people that have early lunch from work, maybe work a little early and then leave early, so they have like earlier lunch too. Just kind of sitting there eating food. Some people uh, posing for several minutes as somebody tries to kind of draw them magically, uh, equivalent to a photo. And yeah, as you guys kind of explore the this portion of Medina, we'll go ahead and swap over to the other guy. As you guys are abruptly kind of woken up by the sound of the baton hitting the bars. Boop, boop, boop. Morning! You kind of get woken up. It's not Nolan, it's a different guard. Sorry, dinner was late last night. We had to late swap for the other guy last night. So I'm the new guy. I don't know your stories, but breakfast is late too, so enjoy your gruel.
When he passes by Levi's cell, there's just equations on the walls, just written in chalk all over the walls.
He's beginning to lose it.
No, he has it.
He's found it.
And as
Oh,
you
thank you.
as he
been a
passes by
long
your
night.
cell, it kind of like pauses at one cell. And he like you see his face from like the angle, and he looks at the cells like, he kind of like surveys it. It pulls out a key or like a set of keys. He like hastily opens the cell door and goes in.
Hello.
And you smell this you smell like something came on fire, kind of like charcoal getting burnt, or like wood getting burnt, like brimstone or something like that. You immediately see him kind of like dash out and look at both of you as he passes by. Stay put! And he runs towards the door and shuts it behind him, locking it.
Can I do an insight check on that guy?
Right, go ahead, roll an insight check.
What was that? 11.
11. Feel like he, you know that face of like somebody who thinks they're probably in trouble on their first day on this post? And it sounded like he opened the cell door and he didn't close it.
Fuck. Levi's door.
Nope.
Whose cell did he open?
From your angle, it's hard to tell, but you could hear. It's hard to tell which one it was.
Can I look and see if it's Eric?
You kind of like squeeze half of your cheeks through the bars. You see a cell door that's still open. Looks like that's where you remember where Eric's cell was.
Levi?
Darian,
something-
Darian, I figured it out. I figured it out, Darian.
Something's happening to Eric.
Wait, Eric?
You can't
Wait,
smell
where is
that?
Eric? Did they burn the gruel?
No, I think it's him.
They burned Eric?
Were you the whole night? You didn't notice anything?
I was doing science. Or magic. Or the same thing. Levi's just starts smashing his head through the bars to try and look what happened to Eric.
Hard to see.
I can't see. Is he still unconscious?
I don't know. I'm just gonna keep staring at the place where Eric was until that guard comes back.
Eventually, the door swings back open again, and you see the guard that was posted, and then several other guards kind of stream in, and so you see at least one of them each stand in front of your cells, just kind of standing guard, and the rest of the cells that are still occupied, and they start to open the other ones and start to bring out the ones that look like Telnel, Grantella, and Sergio. You can see three of them. They're conscious, but like their eyes are like just kind of like empty, and there's like a slot, like the orc one, the half orc one looks like a little bit of drool has like dried up, and they're just like kind of like vegetable state.
Oh my god, Reese and Conrad fucked them up.
But you don't see them bring out Eric, and eventually they open both your doors and kind of like step in, and two each in your cell go in. So two for you, Tyrion, and two for you, Levi. And they're gonna try to hold you down and put cuffs on your hands. Do you guys fight? No.
I'll cooperate.
No.
They're not like rough. They're just kind of holding you down, and then trying to make sure you don't do anything stupid, and then start to bring you out. And you can see by the entranceway, there's two guards there that are stationed. These ones have different armor than the one you're watching. They have like it's just plain kind of like uh, brigandine type of armor. And but they're all like of the same make and same like there's no coloring or anything like that, but it kind of like distinguishes them as like this is what the blackguard is.
I keep trying to look at at Eric's cell.
And you can see now as you kind of like look towards his cell, the walls are blackened with soot, and you see right in the middle there's like a what looks to be like some embers still left, and towards the side too you see like it's kind of like, you know, when the bomb in Hiroshima and Nagasaki happened, it's just a shadow of the people left behind, like that. There's like a shadow of someone sitting there and no Eric inside.
What happened?
Levi turns to the guards. Did you guys do that, or
No one else was here except for you guys last whole night. I was
Gee,
out there, and after we sent your dinner,
you shouldn't be able to do magic. None of us
and
could have
you,
done this.
as you think that too, and you say that, you can see the bangle, for the anti-magic thing, the limiter, or the prohibitor. I mean, it's still on the ground. It's also blackened with soot.
How?
Beats me. Since these three, I mean, they look like they took something that they won't wake up from. You're the only two that's aware of what happened. What'd you do?
well, like, Levi turns to his cell and is like, well, that's what I was doing last night. You can check my work. Please don't erase anything. Like, and you can see like the entire cell's covered head to toe in equations.
That's not
Oh.
magic. That's just his notes.
Well, I mean, you better get your stories right, cause I'm not the only ones in trouble.
I don't know how any of you can expect either of us to be capable of doing that.
At this point, you guys hear like the heavy footfalls, like the shadow kind of fills up the doorway, and the crouching through because he's bigger than the door. See Conrad kind of step in. Got a delivery. Sorry about what happened last night. I know you don't remember us passing by, but we were here last night. We took this guy out for a bit. He tried to fight us off, but blew something up. I do apologize, Blackguard. This happening in your cells, and they bring in another box, and it like Conrad just kind of like rips it up open, like the nails just flying off, and you see someone who looks like Eric.
Do I think he's lying?
You can roll an insight check. Um,
Levi's not gonna question it. He's just gonna assume that they gave Eric a second chance on their deal.
I mean, you never know with these two. Reese is just kind of like has crosses her arms and leans to the wall, not even
Oh, she's
talking.
there too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And Conrad just kind of turns to you both and gives you a big smile. And yeah, you guys are both sound asleep, so and winks at you both.
What happened to him?
Oh,
Eric.
nothing. Look at him. He's fine.
What could he have possibly blown up?
Well, he scratches his head. It was my bad. Had some fireworks for supposedly the festival, but since it's not happening yet, so forgot it was in my pack. He looks at you like menacingly as he says that. Like a look of like, shut up.
He's just staring right back at him.
And you see like some of the veins on his head start to kind of pop. And as he's looking intently at you, if you say another word kind of face, he's gonna do something. And he calms
He
his face
got
and,
he got a firework from you that you brought into his cell.
like I said, my bad. And this person that looks like Eric is also in like a vegetative state. Well, you guys can roll out. Nothing to see here. Put them back in their cells. We're gonna talk to them for a bit. Is that fine? And he kind of like flexes a bit, and the blackguard looks at each other. They just start to march out, but they're like keeping eye contact with them as they're walking out. They look like they mean business too at the same time, but not here kind of thing. They start to stream out, and the guy who replaced Nolan just kind of like he has like a bead of sweat in his forehead. And he just he hops out the door and shuts him behind him as hand wave you guys were put back in your cells along with the rest. And Conrad specifically takes you, Tyrion, to your cell and pushes you in and slams the door shut.
What really happened to Eric?
And he takes a bit. I know diddly squat as much as you, but if you don't keep your mouth shut when times like this happens, it's gonna be a lot more difficult for us, our working relationship.
Did you do something to him?
I mean, if I did something to him, you would have known.
I don't know. I don't think we would have known. Since we've been here for the past how many days, and we seem to be forgetting
Well, you're the
every
one
day that we've been here.
You're the one who's a few meters away from him, not me. Luckily enough, we were in the vicinity. We had a contingency plan in place. So whatever happened to him beats me. That bangle is not normally useless like that.
Yeah, should we be concerned?
You're fine. You have your breakfast. And in a few hours, first day your trial
Spontaneous
starts.
combustion contagious?
Could it have something to do with his curse?
What curse?
The curse where he's got something in his head he keeps talking to. Gives him
He-
magic.
He just like looks up. I don't know. Reese? And Reese just shrugged.
He kept muttering about things he was seeing.
Well, I mean, you guys as a group are useful, but not sure individually. So I didn't really study what you're all capable of individually. But if you were saying he had a curse, then Reese, take a mental note on that. The prohibitor has a weak point. Now you two better not be having curses. And if you have, don't use them yet, or you'll mess up the entire plan.
I don't know, I think there might be something wrong with us, considering how we can't remember anything that's happened in the past couple of days, before yesterday.
That's a question you have to ask yourself, and you have to answer yourself too.
Can I
But
do an insight check on him?
okay, go ahead. And as he continues, it says, we were in the vicinity because we wanted to give you guys a few hours before your first trial date chance to rethink your decision. 17, it's really hard to tell, even with the 17. You know he's not telling you a lie or a truth. He's just basically saying something that is neutral.
I can't tell if he's hiding something from me.
If he's hiding
uh,
anything, he's probably like a really good at hiding it. But you can tell he
Yeah.
has no. He's with the 17. You can tell he has no idea what happened there too.
Okay, but what about with us? When I was talking about something wrong with us.
Oh, with something wrong with you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not telling you what it is.
Okay.
He's not lying. He's not telling the truth. He's just choosing not to tell you.
I will just say it out loud, just so it's out in the open. Did you do something to us?
He looks at like with like a look of like, you know, when someone's like, "Why are you blaming me?" Look, and he looks at Reese.
Yeah, I
Reese.
look at Conrad and Reese.
Reese finally speaks up. Well, I did something to you. That's why you have your mind still.
yeah. Well, I assumed you were the one wiping. I'm just gonna put it out there. I
Oh,
assumed
I'm
you were
not.
the one wiping our memory.
I can't do something as powerful as that.
Was it that duodecim, that former duodecim guy you were talking about?
There you go. And she snaps her finger. You finally remember.
Huh? You mentioned it yesterday. I don't remember.
But you remembered I told you. See?
I do.
Yeah, we have.
That's what
our
I
minds
did.
Haven't been
I
wiped
gave you
since
guys your minds back.
the other day.
Now you can form memories.
So why yesterday? Why not again today?
Well, I don't need to do something I've already done yet anymore. I mean,
So that's how that works.
Who was that former duodecim?
I mean, if you want
member
me,
who-
if you want me to form memories of stuff that didn't happen or happened to you for the past week or so, if I have your consent, I can do so. But I can't make you remember.
How can we remember? We
Hmm,
need those memories of what happened at Londak's mansion.
Here's the thing. I'll tell you how, but it's not gonna come for free.
What do you want?
Go with the plan. Simple as that.
No.
Well, no deal. All right, Conrad. I think that's a definitive no again from them. But we're nice enough. We'll take you to your trial. That way, nobody gives you trouble on the way there. Or you can let them take you.
Them?
To you, the Blackguard. I mean, that's their job.
How long until our trial?
2 hours or so, 3 hours, minus travel time, so 2 hours.
And the Blackguard are leaving us here with you until
I mean, they're
then?
just outside the door. So. One more chance. I'll give you guys the answers you want and need. But you gotta join in with the plan. It'll all turn out for the better.
I believe I've given you my answer. Levi?
Yeah, I'm the same.
Clock's ticking. After today's trial, and the next day, and the final day,
Can you take these off us? These cuffs.
well, I mean, you're still going to
For an hour.
right now.
Yes.
Convince me.
Can I think? Like, is there some kind of check that I can do? Can I do like inside check or something? Like, what would she want
You
besides the plan?
Intelligence roll.
You want to persuade her, or do you want to try to figure out what she wants?
I want to figure out what she wants.
Roll a. Should
Can I
be.
do an insight?
It's an insight, yeah. $22. I mean, obviously, she wants you to go with the plan, but the way she said "convince me" is more so, the fact that if they take it off, you're not gonna try and do something stupid. So it's more along those lines. Like convince her to take it off. So you have to essentially what she means like you have to do something that convinces her.
I think I've already proven that I have no interest in breaking out or doing anything. Anything to.
Well, what are you gonna do once we take it off? What's the purpose? You're fine right now. We can talk right now. Aside from you casting a spell to knock me and Conrad out, which is impossible, mind you.
I have no interest in.
If you can convince me, I can take it off for you, but not for that.
That's probably fair. I would definitely teleport out here at the first opportunity.
No, it's just too much work.
Fine, if You want the truth, then I want the cuff off so that I can pray properly. I don't know if what you said about Atris is entirely true, but I know that when I have this thing on, it's like I can't feel his presence.
Last I checked, you can still pray. I'm not sure,
It's not the same. It's different when you're...
well, maybe she can't hear you.
She.
Maybe she doesn't want to. Whoever you're praying to, Atris, the prophet?
Thought Atris was a male.
I just think she was a girl. I'm a girl. Is she a girl for you, Conrad? I think he looked like me. It could be for anyone. Could be a guy for him. Could be a girl for me. The god you're talking about is the image you want them to be.
And so I want to be able to pray without this prohibitor on.
Make a persuasion check.
Ugh, not one of my strongest skills.
21.
Hey.
All right.
If I'm going...
Not an
to-
hour. I'll give you 10 minutes. That's enough time to pray. I mean, who
Alright.
prays for an hour?
I do. Sometimes.
Oh, wow.
Every night.
You have
Whenever
like
I'm every time.
You have like cushion on your knees, or do you pray laying down? What do you do? That's a lot of work.
That's so much time in the day.
Well, usually I'm kneeling down at like the church or something. Can you...
Oh
is
god, you're
the time
full of
hasn't started,
shins.
has it?
All right. Put your foot through. She motions at the bar.
Yeah, I do it. She's not just gonna like lob off my foot.
Yeah, you actually see Conrad like do the motion without his weapon, but like, whoosh. Ah, that would have been nice. And she's like, not now, Conrad. Still need him. She
I thought you believed we were dead. Soon to be dead.
I still have hope for you guys. So that's something. I won't take this off if not. She kind of like pulls out underneath her armor, pulls out like a holy symbol. It's not the same as yours. Looks like a locket, but it does have the symbol in front of the locket, and she opens it. There's nothing in it, but she kind of like waves her hand in a circle, and you see like a trail of this like spiritual energy like flow from it, and she like gracefully kind of points it at the bangle prohibitor, and she inhibitor, I mean, and she says 10 minutes.
Thank
And the
you.
bangle comes off and it hurts bad. You take 3 points of damage.
Okay, as long as it doesn't down me immediately, I'm okay.
Yeah. She's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Forgot to tell you that. That hurts like a bitch." And one side comes off, but it doesn't like slide off. So, like, there was no seams before, but you can tell where it was connected, like right in the middle. And like, still half of it is there. So if you want to pull it out, do you?
Yeah, I'll pull it out.
Take more damage.
Yeah, do it.
Ow.
Just the one. It's not as bad.
I need like full concentration to meditate.
So while Tarion is spending their 10 minutes meditating and praying, Levi is just giving Conrad and uh, Conrad and Reese a full lecture about his notes about his new discovery. Okay, guys, I figured it out. So if clerics can
I'll
can
stuff
be
my ears
yeah
with like some cotton from the pillow or something.
yeah, if clerics have a connection to their god that basically supplies them energy and that can be basically like cut off because of these inhibitors, then that connection can be made. And then like Levi goes into like, so if they can do that with their god, I can do it with the Feywild because I have connection through my familiar, and then I can do this thing, and it's gonna be so cool. And he's basically going through a long lecture because he doesn't have anyone else to talk to about it.
This whole time, like you just see Conrad starting to. He pulls up like one of the heavy barrels again. It's like he's just dozing off as he talk, and Reese is just kind of like whistling and twirling her hair.
Levi doesn't care. He's still going on with his explanation.
What do you pray for, Tyrion?
Tarion is like facing the wall, his back is to them, and he is like trying to find like his zen, just like when they were at the church in River Run. Um, and he's trying to concentrate. He's trying to like pray for answers, and he's gonna try imagining when they arrived at the manor. It is like retracing your steps,
Mhm.
but it's like when you try to remember something, you try to remember what happens at the beginning, and then and then hopefully things fall into place. So he's trying to like force himself to remember, and is praying Atris for answers.
Yeah.
And
Roll a check, wisdom or religion.
okay, and like since they mentioned maybe Atris doesn't want to talk to me, for once I'm gonna try praying to the prophet instead of Atris. Well, I'll try them both. See if it works.
Go ahead.
So wisdom, right?
Yep.
Can I? Let me see what I can do. You can go with Levi first because I'm still looking for the thing that I want to do. Wait.
Anything else Levi wants to do?
And Levi's good. I was basically flavoring why Levi knows a spell he has now. That'll
Mhm.
leave us as a surprise if we survive long enough.
Conrad kind of like moves towards your door. Here, I'll show you a magic trick. Come close.
And
Oh
Levi
no.
go, okay. I don't see why not.
Closer.
Levi goes closer.
Boo! And he boos you. What do you do?
Levi's waiting for something to happen because he thinks he just cast a spell very excitedly.
Ah, god dang it. Didn't work.
Why? Did nothing happen?
I was debating whether to knock your head off because you talk too much or just scare you shitless. Respect. Respect.
Levi looks kind of disappointed because he was expecting an actual magic trick. Well, Well, hopefully I get the chance to actually test this out before we may or may not die.
It's a 16.
It only works for saving throws.
Yeah, that's why I think I messaged you before if I'm allowed to use it for.
I mean, you
skill
have your
checks.
effigy point.
What's that,
Okay,
guidance?
I'll do
Your
it.
intuition
I'll do
point?
it. I'll do it. I'll do it. This time I'm gonna use it. My heresy point. Fuck
A
it.
heresy point.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah, scratch
Is
off
Levi the
the spell slot usage because it won't work for this.
Levi the only one now that hasn't used it? The heresy points?
I don't know.
I think, yeah.
Because I know Grintella used it, and
Yeah.
then
Talonel, Eric, I think.
Are you rolling for it?
So you did not use
Oh,
one.
I need to roll for heresy. Wait,
Yeah, it gives you a chance to roll it again.
I don't have the handout. Oh, okay.
If you fail, that's when you roll on the failure.
It's a dirty 20.
20. Okay.
Nice, 16.
nice. Oh, Alchemy updated their dice roll. It used to only show like when you roll the two-digit number, it would only cycle through two-digit numbers. Now it goes back and forth. That's
As
nice.
you kind of attempt to pray, the first roll was you had it focused on Atris,
Yeah.
your image of them, but you kind of like remember maybe I should try and pray to Prophet. And as you
For the first
pray,
time in years, I'll pray to the prophet.
what do you say?
Hello. I know I haven't spoken to you in a while, and I probably should more, but now I'm in a situation where I don't see any good alternatives, and I don't know what the right thing to do is, and I don't know. I don't know what to do. But I think the key to finding out is somewhere in my head, and I just can't get to it. So what should I do? Did you guys hear me? Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, 'cause I
Yeah,
disconnected
we
from
hear you.
We hear
Okay,
you.
fuck.
Yeah, we heard the whole thing. We heard the whole
We,
thing.
we heard
You're
all
good.
of it.
You're
Yeah,
good.
we heard
Okay,
all of
great.
it.
Because I keep
Don't worry.
disconnecting from after. Ah!
There's a few minutes where it's just quiet and you just hear Reese's whistling and the sounds of like the other parts of the prison here, just and then white noise as you drown out everything else. One sec. As everything gets kind of drowned out, as you focus, are your eyes closed or are they open?
Closed. Like I'm fully trying to dissociate from this room.
You hear this. You still feel the room. It's just your focus is bent on trying to hear something. You hear from the direction of where the small window to the outside is. The light streams through, kind of like when you're still aware, you can still see like shadows moving through your eyelids. You see like a shadow kind of move through the window. You hear this pecking.
And I feel like it's cutting through like my stuffed ears.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll look up.
As you look up, you see this bird, like a pigeon, just kind of pecking. And kind of looks at you for a bit. What do you do?
I'll stand up. And
Kind of cocks its head side to side.
I want to put my finger out like a perch.
Mm-hmm. It kind of flutters, flies to your hand. Kind of looks at you for a bit.
I'm a Disney prince. Yeah.
What do you do?
Hello?
Just looks at you, cocks his head.
I kind of brush its feathers a bit with like my finger.
As
Where
soon
did
as
you come
you,
from?
as soon as you try to reach with your other hand to brush it through, it flies off. Erratically, as it flies up, it bumps on the ceiling. It flies to the side and it bumps to the other walls. And eventually, the white noise starts to become more and more ear piercing.
Can I catch it and try to heal it?
Yeah, go ahead. Roll a be a straight dexterity.
Doing athletics?
You can use athletics if you want.
Wow!
As you kind of like look at the direction of where it's going to head it off, as you kind of like jump up a little bit to grab it, you hear a crack. As the way you catch it was a little bit too strong. And you start feeling the heartbeat slow down as you accidentally break its neck. And this moment immediately comes
Spike
back
of
to
music.
where you're back to reality. You're still kneeling. All right, 10 minutes is up. Did your prayer work? What'd you get? You've been kneeling for the past 10 minutes. I kind of gave you 2 or 3 minutes extra. I can't hear you, by the way.
Yeah, because I'm speechless. Oh my god, that's my fault for using heresy points. Did I lose that point?
Yeah, because you succeeded. It got used.
I think. Did I just kill the Holy Spirit?
I don't know what you're talking about. Usually when I pray, nothing answers.
You didn't see a bird come in?
What bird?
And. Wait, I take the stuffing out of my ears.
No, you're just kneeling there, muttering. Praying. So, 10 minutes is up, and she waves her hand again, and the spiritual energy closes the bangle, and you take more points of damage. 5 points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
Oof.
and she's gonna cure you. What's the dice on cure wounds again? The D8, right?
I think it's
D8 plus your spellcasting modifier.
One sec.
I should have just healing worded the fucking bird instead of trying to cure wounds it. Because I fucking killed it instead.
You got a 13.
Oh, nice.
Therian God Killer.
Oh my god. I'm more bummed about this than finding out whatever they said. Fenric is no, Citarian is more bummed out about this than when they said God's not real.
Good news, you found out God is real. Bad news, you killed it.
You can think of whatever you want with that vision. It mean a lot of things.
Tarian's interpretation is gonna be like he just shouldn't try to control it so much.
And Reese is gonna. So, you want us to take you to the trial, or take you to the trial, or you want the Blackguard? I know you probably hate seeing our faces.
Honestly, well, good. I'm good either way.
Well, that
Could you
answers the
give us
question. Yeah.
Could you give us a brief rundown, though, of how the trial works? Because I'm not super familiar with how that whole thing goes down.
Well, before it was public, now it's gonna be private. We're gonna take you straight to the palace. You're gonna speak directly, or I mean, if they let you speak, you can't speak out of turn. So just a heads up. Can't speak out of turn. You're gonna be right in front. And the overseer, we're gonna be there. Yorudan's gonna be there. Pierce is gonna be there. Maybe your father.
I thought he said he wasn't gonna be there.
Up to him. He's invited.
And the duodecim.
This time no. It's just the overseer.
Why?
I think he got fired last time, right? That's why the whole thing
There are
went.
12 duodecim.
There are 12.
We don't know who they are, so we don't know if they're gonna be there.
Who revealed himself in the last trial?
That's on a need to know basis, and currently you don't need to know. They're no longer a part of it. They reveal themselves.
So it's someone I would know.
Probably not.
Yeah, if it's not someone that was publicly known, there wouldn't be much of a point in keeping their identity a secret.
I mean,
I don't know.
some people know who he is. You're not included, maybe. But yeah, just keep in mind, you can't speak out of turn. If they pause for a while, that means you can speak. That's it. Pretty much everything else is already decided. So just gonna show up there, check your attendance, just make sure you're there, and yeah. After that, the next day, and then the third day, your heads come off.
Levi,
Good to know. Oh,
I'm
sorry,
not sure
Talia.
how much. I'm not sure how much help I'm going to be to you. But it sounds like you have a plan.
More or less. I have a plan A, and that doesn't go too well. Maybe plan B, but hopefully we won't have to think about plan B, because plan B is not super great.
And I have no plan at all. So, but I
Well,
have faith in you, and
oh, please don't say that.
we'll
That makes
see.
it so much more stressful.
Yeah, I think that's better too. Put your faith in people, not in something imaginary.
How can it be imaginary when I felt like I held something real?
Maybe that's just you and your creative imagination.
I didn't think the prophet was a bird.
Hmm. I don't know. I can't answer that for you, but all I know is everything I've done so far is because of how good I am. Maybe you're that good too, and your imagination takes you in such an immersion where you don't think you thought it.
Like a placebo effect. You think that my faith is a placebo?
Maybe it's just because you have the capability to do things that you can do it.
How can you heal people if you're not faithful?
Because I learned it. And the faith that I have is because I learned it and I know how to do it.
You know how to heal out of knowledge, not
Oh,
out
Well,
of
yeah,
so do
someone taught me
I.
how to.
So do I.
I did forget that you could heal, Levi.
It's in the
I mean,
text.
there's probably gods, small g, big G, however you want to put it. But he's not the one waving the hand, or she's not the one waving the hand, it's me. It's you. You're the one who clasped your hands. You're the one who knelt down, not them.
Yes, you get it. That was part of the thesis. Thank you for listening.
But I don't wanna put you down where you're down already. Not trying to demean your faith. I have faith
I
too. I'm just saying mine's a little bit different from yours.
I just broke a holy animal's neck. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing with my hands.
Well, maybe next time try not to break it.
Don't don't worry, Tyrion. I've lost count of the amount of times I made Oliver explode by accident, but he's still good.
If God's
Well,
willing, then hopefully there will be a next time.
well, seeming as you guys are a definitive no, your next time is only 2 days after today. Make the best out of it. Conrad, let's have the blackguard take him there. Have him actually do something for once. I know I offered that we were gonna take you, but a bit of a change of plan today. So best be on your best behavior. Never know, might sway him.
Can I try to figure out what kind of message that vision was supposed to send me?
Yeah, roll. What would it be? Would it
Can I
be
do
an
another
insight?
wisdom?
Wisdom, yeah.
Yeah, or insight.
Insight. Go ahead.
Insight is way more useful for me.
18. From the way that vision was, at least from what I can tell from an 18, from what I tell you, you still have a connection, but maybe what you thought of, what did you think again? You don't want to control it?
Yeah, I thought that like I should catch it and heal it, because that's my job as a cleric. When it was panicking, I was trying to catch it in my hands.
You think that maybe sometimes you don't need to have a hand on it. Or at least a hand on things that you can control or think you can. And maybe take a leap of faith and just trust.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's a clearer way of saying of like what I was thinking. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Eventually, as they both leave, a few hours pass, and you're kind of just waiting and thinking. The hours feel agonizingly slow, but also very limited feeling at the same time. Eventually, the doors swing open, and a regiment, or not a regiment, but at least a squad of blackguard come in, do the same thing. One each outside the jail cell door. Two of them go in. They they cuff you. They at least one of them casts prestidigitation to make you both look a little bit better. Do the same thing to the rest, and you're taken out. It's the first time you guys have seen the outside of the jail cell. One sec.
Are we being transported in a car?
Nope, not yet. As you guys get taken through a set of stairs, through looks to be like other pathways that kind of branch off, lead to other cells. You see a few prisoners pass you by, probably ones that are getting transferred or just arrived. Some of them kind of like look at you like with a bad look. Some of them look like they're just really distraught, like downtrodden. Eventually, you guys see a clearer vision of the sun compared to from the window as you get taken out of the fort into the courtyard. You see uh, vehicles there. Um, uh, Two of them at least are being pulled by what looks to be like a kind of like a what you would imagine like a rhino kind of shape, like what looks like a rhino, like a rhinodon, like that. And they have like armor on them too. You see flying up above the like kind of like a probably trolling the skies too, watching over. You see like a smaller kind of like airship, just enough for at least three passengers. It's powered by like something magical that kind of emits something that makes it float, and then you see it's aided by like a very aerodynamic balloon, and you see at least two of them kind of circling around. Um, in the distance, you guys see too as well. There's airships that come in and out of the city. Um, it's noontime ish in the day, and as you guys are taken behind one of the bigger vehicles that's not pulled by one of these, it's just a regular like kind of like a steam powered maybe vehicle. And as it roars, the engines roar, and the vehicle kind of shakes. The door gets slammed shut. The two of you stare at each other as the other four, are vegetables essentially, just kind of like staring at the ceiling. as you feel the vehicle start to move. We'll go
Is
back real
this a
quick to the
car?
others. Yep. Where did you guys want to
Guys,
go for the other guys?
I want to. Guantela needs to go to attend the execution. I mean the trial. Can anyone go to the trial? It says it's secret.
it's a private trial,
It's
so I
private
don't
now.
think we know. I don't think we know where it is.
Oh yeah.
So
Has
so uh,
Talmel turned back now?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's been announced.
Talon
We'll
is
have an
very
announcement.
slowly turning back into a person.
do we have? Did the party know where to go after the trial's decision?
Hmm. You were told it was going to be private at the palace, if I remember correctly.
So, we're going to just watch the black guards. I mean, the prison area. I think it's best that we go there and try to wait for them if the trial was finished.
Luther will immediately stop you. Your face is in the newspaper. I don't think it's a good idea. I don't think
Let's
it's a
say you
good
guys are
idea to be
over here
Well,
heading
at this
towards
point.
the
even though,
prison.
yeah, even though if our face is in the newspaper, there are no news as of the is of a sort of escape or
Yeah, but
anything. So
yeah, but
people will not
if
draw
you're
attention.
if a guard is meant to be keeping a watch over you specifically, and they see you walking around, they will say like, I can go there, I can go there and tell you guys what's happening. I can just send you a message, but like, if you go there specifically, it might cause a problem.
Gwendolen can do go there, and she already have heard these guys.
Your disguise is a haircut.
Yeah, I can go to the market and try to purchase some color in the hair to change my hair color. I already cut it, and I have an
Uh,
iPad.
Le- uh, and Luther like just like rubs himself. Fine, I'll handle it. And he casts prestidigitation. Your hair is blonde now, a blonde-haired orc.
Nice. So it's a far
Nice.
cry from the newspaper.
As you guys are
You
walking towards at least going back to the downtown area, it's going to take a while. So this would be happening like before, or
and
like
then
yeah, before
Luther will
everything happened
also
to the other
turn to
guys.
Talonel and make him a redhead. Wait, yeah, like yeah, he'll make
I think
Yeah.
Talonel
this is
a
before
redhead.
before. So while we're going to the
Because yeah,
CC5
it would
plan.
if it was happening at the same time, you wouldn't be able to get there as they get there. This city is huge. It's not like a normal town where you can just walk. It's big.
Yeah,
It's like a city of like a million or so people.
yeah. So we did it before. We still have time before the trial, right?
Yeah, this is probably like an hour after. So it's the Talnell's back as a human. But
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wait.
for
Well.
Yeah,
the other scene
Talonel.
that we
Well.
were in, it was like at least 2 or 3 hours passed already. So this would
Yeah.
be
Well.
like the first hour of that of those 3 hours.
Sorry
Okay. All
about
right.
that, by the way.
Yeah. Wait. While Talmel's shifting back, he just makes like like a bit of a really annoyed face and just says in a are we in a public place, DM, right?
Yeah, you guys are at this point. If you walk by through the Koren district, going back to the city proper, I put you guys by the Memorial Bridge ish now. So there's
All right.
people passing by. Yeah.
I'll just say quietly so that it's just the two of them that hears. I'll be like, guys, it was safe. It was just the innkeeper. I s- I s- I was trapped there in the room. I saw her open the door. It was just the innkeeper. And a little warning before turning me into a bird. Please. Thank you.
Sorry, sorry about that. I panicked.
All right,
Yeah,
look.
Luther, calm down.
I haven't done this kind of thing before.
Uh, well, in any case, the inn is still safe. I suppose she wasn't she didn't rush in with like a f- with like with the military or anything. It was fine
Yeah,
Well,
for the
that's
yeah.
most
that's
part.
that's
The
good to
criminal.
know. We have a place to sleep tonight, at least.
The criminal is set to be on trial and set to for execution. So the people will see there are six people there, so we're safe.
All right, all right.
For safety purposes, I've turned Gruntella blonde and Talonel into a
Yeah.
redhead.
As you guys
Okay.
kind of walk towards the city, you see by the middle of the bridge, see standing there familiar black locks and the pointy ears. You see Fenric just kind of like looking towards the river, towards the lake side.
Oh
Lu-
boy.
Luther
Yeah.
will
Grunter will run towards Fenric and say and greet him.
Oh, be careful. This bridge is temporary, so it might not hold your weight. So
Ah, okay, not a problem. Let's go. So what's the plan
let's
now?
go
what's the
where?
plan?
Where do you want to go?
Oh, I thought you
I thought
already
you
have a
had the
plan
plan.
for plan A and B.
Yes, and
We we thought we were supposed to ask you what
Yeah,
we're
take us there.
supposed to be doing, or
Can you give us access to the trial room so we can listen?
no. Why would I give you access to the trial room?
Ah, no, it not just an. I don't think.
I don't have that. While I may be a powerful person in the military, I don't have that much pull.
Oh no, I
The
don't
trial
think.
is going to be at the Solar Palace. You think I have power
Yeah.
there? No.
I also don't think it's a good idea to show up for your own trial as part of the audience.
Yeah.
There's no audience. It's going to be private between the overseers, some of the officials. I am invited. I can go anytime I want, but frankly enough, I don't want to see my son make a bumbling fool out of himself. We still have 3 days till their heads chop off. Today is the first day of the trial. There's another day tomorrow, and the third day is when the verdict will be announced. It's not just one and done. They still have to deliberate, quote unquote.
Can we disguise ourselves as your entourage?
I mean, yes, but that would be a moot thing to do for the Solar Palace. Uh,
Could
People
you
would
just
immediately know that is one of the most highest guarded places in the known territories.
Uh,
so what should
so
we do until the trial? Should we just
yeah.
wait? Can you keep us updated,
Well, we
or
can walk towards. You can walk me towards there because I was invited, and I can take you around the Arx Domini, by the Dominus, and you can scope out. I mean, if we're breaking them out at Fort Black, I mean, would make sense to go there. But if we're also blowing up the bomb, maybe we can scope out places close by to the causeway.
Yeah, yeah, I agree with that plan.
Or, if you miss your friends, we might be able to catch them getting escorted in the palace. At least from the outside, you can still see if they're okay.
Mm, I don't think they want to see us, or it's good for us to be seen near them.
We should probably not go that far. Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, I can try and see if I can Huh. Maybe. Maybe this will work.
Hmm?
There'll be focus on the trial. There'll be focus on me. I can try and sneak you in, but you won't be entourage, something like that. Um, what's your name again? Silverfang
Uma?
child.
Luther. And again, why are we trying? If you already know what's going on in the trial, why are we trying to sneak in?
I don't know. That's her
'Cause,
idea.
yeah, because like from what we know, we already have the plan for either or for like after the trial. Like, why are we trying to sneak in?
Yeah, we already have the plan. Wait.
Yeah, I think it probably like Luther said to Rinta, like I think it would probably be better if we just not go anywhere near there and just get information as it from Mr. Fenric as it's go as on the updates on what's happening as it goes on.
Yeah, okay. I'll just try to scope up the area where we might be able to do the rescuing.
Unless
How
you want
about
to do
this?
it at Fort Black, maybe we can find other places that you may be
Yes,
able to
I'll just
break them out.
I'll go there.
Fort Black?
Yeah, let's go there and let's make sure double check the security for our escape. The double check the escape route.
Well, the reason why I'm standing here is this would be a good escape route. The river passes by the north of the forest just above Fort Black, and I can requisition a ship to wait for us at the banks of the river.
That's nice.
Wait, DM, what number in the map?
Is Fort Black
We where we currently are.
Memorial Bridge?
All right.
11?
Yep, yep.
Mm-hmm. It snakes through. The rivers connect, so. And the river you're on right now kind of like snakes down, and the river that's like the Promise River is the one that snakes all the way down to River Run. The one up top just kind of snakes back down, connects to it where the bridge is.
Wait, just to clarify, the escape will be this guy so that no one will know that they escape, right?
Well, I mean, they're gonna figure out that they're missing three
Hmm.
people,
Okay, I can live with that.
unless you want to save the vegetables as well.
No, no, I leave the vegetables. I'm concerned with the three guys, our teammates.
All right then. So you want to escape? You want to scout for the escape route? Let's go ahead and pay one of these boats here. Have you ever been in a boat before? I mean, when you were a child, yes, maybe, but recently.
Not recently, but I still remember the time when me and your son traveled via the boat.
Well, if the rest of you don't have squirmy legs, let's go scout out the place.
Okay, lead the way, sir.
I didn't
All
want to
right then.
attend
Scouting it.
the trial even. I don't want to listen to my son trying to make a fool of himself. I know I said that. All right, let's go. And you guys kind of go down the bridge, and you see like um like small boats that are kind of like public transport, and one of them is like parked there and just kind of like Fenric waves it waves at the operator, and it moves closer to the embankment. All right, take us down. Can you take us to the Broad and Brew by the Black Flats and the The operator just nods. You guys go in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mhm. Eventually, the you guys get taken through the river. It's calm. You see other boats passing by. You see like bigger ones where people are kind of eating inside, like a floating restaurant kind of deal. Um, there's like smaller kayak ones where people are practicing probably kayaking. They kind of pass by. It's a busy river. A lot of people pass by it. It's used heavily. Some of the shipment from River Run, if it wants to go to the Karen district directly, passes through here. Um, Eventually, you guys reach where the river forks, and the boat starts to veer towards. You also see signs on the side, like of the river, kind of like signs to point which direction it's going. And this one points towards central Medina and also the Black Flats. And then there's another sign that points all the way down, goes to River Run. And the site of the name River Run kind of brings back memories to you guys where you first met, and that's where you're from. And eventually, you guys pass by like what looks to be like a relatively peaceful part where there's forests on both sides, and Fenric kind of like uh, motions for the operator up. All right, I think we'll take a stroll through the forest here. Should be fine. How much? And the operator just kind of gives a price, and Fenric takes a coin pouch and pays him. All right, we're here. Ladies first.
Okay. Grantella will get off the boat and jump.
Mhm. This was probably like a 30 to 40 minute travel. It wasn't like fast, like go down the river, like leisurely, like sightseeing kind of thing. And eventually, you guys find yourselves in a forest, and over the distance, you guys can see like shadows passing by in the sky, and you can see like probably airships passing through, and like some smaller ones that are flying by. Balloons on them look very aerodynamic, and you see at least from a little bit of the clearing in the forest, you can see like these smaller ones are occupied by at least three soldiers or like a black guard, what they look like. And there's a path through the forest, like a hiking trail maybe. And eventually, you guys see as it starts to roll down the hills, you see in the distance what looks to be like the fort. What do you guys want to do?
Um, what sort of vehicle will the Black Guard transport the prisoner?
It's probably a prisoner transport one, armored
It's a land vehicle or an air vehicle?
land one.
Oh, okay. So, are we sure we're going to wait for them to reach the prison before we rescue them? Can't we just intercept the guards?
Well, that's an idea.
Yes, since you also have, and also the benefactor have the contact, can they just change the guard into someone lazy or old so we can just knock them out easily?
That's already been taken care of, in my understanding.
Nice. So, I guys, do you agree we just have to intercept them so that they will not reach the fort? It's much easier to rescue them in the road rather than we need to go through the fort.
I mean, we already have a plan, and I don't wanna jeopardize that. Hmm.
Yeah,
Well,
we
the
already.
plans can be easily modified. I mean, the bomb's still going through. That's still a distraction. I've already chosen not to bomb Fort Black through a lot of
Yeah.
convincing by the benefactor and the other two bumbling idiots. So, well, we're still blowing up the causeway, and I mean that makes sense. Why not just gather them somewhere else other than the fort, right? It's easier, and we can just toss it up to maybe sympathizers. Have you seen the newspapers lately?
Oh yeah, I almost forgot to ask. Was was Londark actually an undead, or is that a you guys thing? Cause that is surprising.
Well, I mean, one look at him, you could tell, maybe. Riverons usually sunny.
Yeah, it's much better that we intercept them. It's less an hassle rather than we go to the fort and try to eliminate someone there.
The best place probably would be, huh.
Before entering the forest, I think no, we have to do it in the
They won't
forest.
be passing by the forest because they'll go the other way.
Oh,
This is the escape route. This is the river. So they taking the road towards there. My, I, my thinking is they won't be vulnerable while traveling. They'll be on the lookout. The most vulnerable time we'll be able to snatch them is causing the distraction is while they're either being put into or shoved into the vehicles or when they're exiting, which is close to the palace. Just a suggestion.
yes. The explosion will be heard close to the palace, so we can snatch them from there. Then we need to travel to the river and get the boat.
All right. Uh, I mean,
Yes, I can have the boat.
Luther,
I can have the boat ready
Luther,
as well, closer to the Domini.
Luther. What do you think of this?
Um, y- that sounds like a plan. Honestly, it's preferable than Luther thinks back to the boxes of people like how you guys got out. So there's no, it's less, it's less more morally questionable. Hopefully, no one else has to get hurt. So that's better, I guess.
Oh, and just as it just came to me right now. Reason why the college was called into this is, as you would know, you're a student there. You have educational sanctuary. Um, the church can't really interfere with what goes in the college. Might be a good place to lay low after the breakout.
Okay, is there anyone in the college who we could contact for that,
I
or
thought that was your job.
they did not tell me anything. I just want to be clear. I did not know what the meeting I was going to was for, and this is way above my pay grade, and I don't get paid, so that's a lot. Um,
Well, hands-on learning is a lot better than learning it from books.
in this situation, that's debatable, but okay.
So,
Well,
I think
uh,
this is the
our
clarity that
Conrad.
I wanted. Yes.
Well, Conrad and Reese gonna be gonna be along the way. Or are they gonna be off in the back support doing their
Is it
secret stuff.
they'll be doing their thing, I'll be doing mine. We can't be seen. Um I mean, I'll make a presence of myself there. But since we're breaking out someone related to me, I can't look like I'm involved. Even though it will heavily be the suspicion will lie heavily on me. I'm the one who's at risk of losing everything, including my son.
Wait, oh wait, what day are we gonna do this again, guys? Like out of character,
Af-
what day are we gonna do?
After uh after the trial, so like if the trial goes well and they get released, they get released. But if it doesn't go well, on the way back, from what I understand, like on the way back when they're transferring them back to Fort Black, that's when we hit the caravan.
So like the third day?
Yeah, on the third day, like after the verdict,
Well, I
after we
mean,
get the verdict.
the verdict is
All right.
the only thing you'll be able to get are their heads or their bodies, not together.
Oh, I thought like that was like after the verdict is placed, then when they're transferred back to Fort Black awaiting execution, that's when we spring them.
That was your idea, because you wanted to wait for the verdict. But we all know that the verdict's already no. It's a sham trial.
That's why I'm advocating to rescue them after the trial.
Well, the trial is 3 days. The verdict will be on the third day, and if you wait for the third day to end, you won't have anybody to rescue. So you have today, tomorrow, and before the trial on the third day, or at least the last day of the trial.
So in the middle of the third day, then.
If if that gives you enough time to ready yourself, okay.
Yeah.
Oh wait, so uh okay, so when's a good point? So what's the protocol for like they're on trial, the execution takes place in the same location as the trial, or
Most likely.
oh, that's worse. Okay, then
Can't we just
that
rescue them on the second day after the trial and they will be returned to the prison? We'll rescue them there when they go out from the palace.
Yes, we're just since you guys are gonna be the ones who do all the handiwork and not us, we're just waiting on you guys to be ready. If you're not ready by then I'll have to move my own hand.
Yeah, I'll vote second day. Waiting for the third day is too time constrained.
out of character, because I thought the plan was like after the verdict, depending on the verdict, that's when we do the breakout.
I mean, that's what you
Yes, it
guys
is.
agreed on.
Yeah,
Yeah, up to you guys. It's your plan. I'm just suggesting things as an NPC.
because yeah, because
I vote for the second day.
I would vote for the third day, because because the explosions already enough of a distraction that like in between getting the verdict and the execution we can make our move. Like it's like that's gonna be a good point of like we trigger the distraction. We if best case scenario we can get out without them being we can get they might be found innocent. Worst case scenario, we have the distraction ready and then we can make a break for it with them.
Yeah. Wait. The distraction's not happening on the second day.
They're
No
waiting
distract.
for you guys on when you want to do it.
Yeah, I think the
Because you
third day
guys are
like
the ones that are gonna extract, and they're just waiting on when you guys want to do it, and that's when they'll do the extract.
I pray
like
for the third day because maybe they will decide to kill them on sight.
That's
yeah,
what
but that's
that's what the benefactor and Fenric were saying too in the meetings. They're getting everything ready, and it's probably ready, and they're just waiting for you guys.
yeah, so like, cause like if we do it on the third day, we can have like we can have the set time for like when we call for the explosion. So either after the verdict, like depending on what the verdict is, like we can have that
All
distraction so
right.
we can
So
get them out.
if you're waiting for the verdict, how will you be able to break them out of the Solar Palace? What is your plan? Because you're the one who's going to do it. I can suggest all different things, but the hardest part, if you want to break them out of the Solar Palace, will be that. Exactly. Breaking him out of the Solar Palace. Port Black's easier. In transit is the easiest, but the Solar Palace would be close to impossible, maybe.
Yeah, breaking into a castle doesn't really sound. Breaking into a palace doesn't sound all that good.
And mind you, it's in the Arx Domini. That's where all the most powerful people of the church will be in the same vicinity. It's a huge place. The palace is just one building.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah, if you look at the map, you'll find where it is.
Let's do the second day when they're in transit from the palace to the prison.
Yeah, that's probably actually fine.
like we could
Well,
all
they're
we could also get like the status from from the actual trial, like as it's ongoing we can decide like based on like what we learn, like based on how the trial's going as it's moving forward, like whether or not we want to go, because like if it's going to look like they're leaning towards innocent, like we could take the risk of like letting it go through. But like depending, because like we have someone on the inside to give us like to give us the like to give us the status of like how they think it's going so far.
Up to you guys. What do you want to do?
Oh wait, okay, so do you want to hear the news on the first day first before we see if we're gonna act on the second day or not?
Like I think like if we act on like on the third day, like as they're being moved from Fort Black to the thing, so we have like 2 days worth of trials to like assess like is this going is the plan is plan A going well or not, or do we need to switch to plan B?
Wait, are they still getting moved on the third day? I thought Ray said they were just gonna be executed in the palace.
Yeah, they're gonna be moved to the palace for for the third day of the trial. Like they're being moved back and forth. Like again, please correct me if I'm wrong, but they're being moved back and forth from
Mm-hmm.
Fort Black each day.
Mm-hmm.
So like we
Oh,
could get
okay, yeah.
them on their like let's say uh a a and a first and second day, we can tell it's not going well. We won't even bother with the third day. First and second day, if it looks like it's going well, we can take the risk of like letting the trial go and seeing the verdict. And if it goes bad, that's when we like desperate plan B.
Now,
Okay,
for me,
so
I'm not sure if this is pessimist in me. For Grantella, Grantella will just suggest, even though if the trial is going well in the first and second day, this is a political decision. So they might still give a guilty verdict even though it's going well.
I thought that was the point of I thought that was the point of like that's why we're like the paper of like we can tell how the politics is swaying depending on like how the first and second day go. Like we have like that's why it's important that Fenric is giving us like the status of like how it's going on the inside of like how the debate is going,
Yeah,
because if it's going well, they
yeah,
might they might swing to like to swing because of the politics, because of like information that they're getting, like if we can't execute them kind of thing.
Now, what I mean for a political decision is that, as Fenric and the benefactor already said, it's already a done deal. This is just trial of sham. So
Yes,
it will,
that's why I'm
it
saying
will proceed.
that's what plan A was for, of like making it a political decision that they can't execute, that they can't execute them. Like
I
that's
thought,
what plan A was for.
yeah, plan A is for they will be released, right? Plan B
Yes,
is the
that's why, like that's what plan A is, of like we're already doing plan A, of like that information is there and it's influencing the political decision of them, not of them finding them innocent.
yeah, but
So that's why we can like we have.
Just like on the second day, when you find out whether the trial, if the trial is going good and they might be innocent, then hold off till the third day. If the trial is going bad on the second day, bust them out end of the second day before they get while they're being transported on the third day.
Yes, exactly, that's what I mean.
So just wait.
Yeah, if like, and if the trial's going well, we won't have to break them out, because like if it's being made because of a political decision, we'll be able to see like the debate as it's going on, of like which way are they leaning.
So you wait until the
Okay,
second day
so yeah,
and
so
decide.
at worst we'll have to break them out at the end of the second day.
Yeah,
Like yeah,
if it's going badly.
if it's going badly, if like it's going badly, then we'll break them out at the end of this, either at the end of the second day or beginning of the third day. And then if it's going
Mm.
well, we can like we can take the risk of like letting it go to the third day and seeing what happens. And it like the absolute worst case scenario is like on the third day something goes wrong, but then that's when we still have the opportunity to like go in. Because if we break in now, there was no point in doing plan A, because we were doing plan B before plan A could even like be a thing that
So
that could possibly
do we
happen.
all agree already? We've
now
been talking about this for so long.
Granted, just observing the ropes. So Granted is suggesting that to make it easier,
Yeah.
we just have to.
So yeah. So then we'll have two plans. On the second day, if it's going bad, you break them out on the end of the second day or beginning of third day. If it's going good, then you wait until the verdict on the third day. Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Up to you guys. It's
Oh boy.
So that's what Grantella
So
wants and also what we want.
yeah, but we have to inform the benefactor that there are two scheduled for the bomb, the second day bomb or the third day bomb. So we have to make a schedule.
Yeah, depending on how the trial goes.
Yeah.
We have to inform him so that if it goes well, uh, hold the bomb, explode it on the third day. If it doesn't go well, blow the bomb on the second day.
Yeah, okay, that sounds good.
all right.
Fenric, you need to inform the benefactor regarding that plan. Part of the plan, the
Let's.
modification.
I can do much. Yes. Yes. No worries on that. So, I mean, we've changed the plan multiple times. So, what I'm gonna do is I will wait on your word. I will inform the benefactor of such. But if there's a change of plans depending on what the verdict is or how the trial is leaning towards or where it's leaning towards, I will let you know, and you let me know if you change your plan again. There's always a plan
All right.
C.
Wait, what was plan C?
Yeah, wait, what was that again?
I will save that for some other time. We'll focus on A and B for now. maybe plan C is you guys wreak havoc. But preferably not.
Oh well.
Yeah, I was gonna say preferably not.
Yeah, let's probably avoid that one. We've kind of caused enough trouble already.
Alright, so I think I've had enough time to mull over this too as well. If you guys need the rest of the day, you can explore the city, preferably inconspicuously. Find the best routes to take, where to hide. Keep my suggestions in mind, and I will go back to the hotel because my head is rattling with all the stress my son has gotten me into. Normally, I wouldn't interact with likes of you if not for him. No offense.
Yeah, be careful with that. Too much stress and you might collapse in your room.
And he just kind of like stares at the sky towards where the flying patrols are. Well, I'll see myself out. You can take the river again, or you can stride through the hiking trail back to the city. And he waves his hand and opens a door, like a circular door, steps through it, and closes shut.
Ah, yes, the, the thing again.
You guys are in the middle of the forest. What do you want to do?
Uh, so you guys want to go around? I can turn us into birds again.
Grantella will just go to the forest and check the route for the vehicle that will transport the prisoner.
Yeah, I think it would probably be fine to scout to check this area a little bit, at least, so we know what we're getting into.
Actually, as you guys are kind of trekking through the forest again, you notice the two, uh, like patrolling airships go towards the fort. You start to circle around there, and from your vantage point, you can see um, there's at least four vehicles. Two of them are being pulled by what looks like massive creatures. Then you see people or like what looks like prisoners that are getting loaded into uh, two transport vehicles that are like colored black, like probably like a dark metal material, and vehicles start to taxi away. The gates of the fort open, and then they kind of disappear into as it still is like a hilly area, so they kind of go down far from view, but you can see that the road that they're taking leads towards the city. Essentially, in the map, they're taking that road that goes all the way um, through Veterus Alley, and it's like a straight shot to the Dominus, where the solar palace. If you can see the map, it's in your handouts.
Yeah, yeah, I'm checking it.
So number 10 is where the fort is. Then they are going south, pass by the Broad and Brew, and then straight up, straight to where the church people are. Anything else you guys
All
want to do?
right. I guess we're taking note of that path.
Mhm, mhm. I mean,
Yeah, do you
if you're
guys
from here, Luther would know like the roads. Grintella's been here. She probably knows too. Not sure about Talonel if you've been to Medina.
nope, he hasn't. He has no idea of this place. He's never
Yeah.
been here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, is there anything you guys want to know, or
Well, I mean, besides 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 where we are right now, do you know any armorers in the city?
armorers? L- like Luther looks at himself a wizard. No. If you need items, my brother and sister run a magic item shop. Like once they hear, if they hear what I honestly I didn't want to involve them, but if push comes to shove, they might be able to lend us some things we can borrow.
And I'm just looking for a shield.
DM,
Uh huh.
they will the guards. I mean the prisoner transport will go from 10, then proceed to number 7 on the map.
Let me look at it real quick.
They leave block guards flats, then go to the bridge in the south area,
Yeah.
then go
Mm-hmm.
to the 7.
No, 7 is a silver pouch. They're going to 3.
3. Okay, okay.
Oh, so they're going all the way over there. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
In the I mean the route. So they go to the bridge, then pass number 7, then proceed to number 3.
No, they're going south to 9 first
Ay, so
by that
so
part,
yeah.
and then
Then
go straight. It's just a straight road. They're
yeah,
taking
straight line.
the main route.
Yeah,
Yeah.
highway. Okay, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. You're welcome. It's like the straight one because if they go through the other smaller bridges, it's they have to like zigzag. You guys are by the river north of the fort. It's like higher elevation, and the fort is like you're kind of higher than the fort, but it starts to go down again, and then yeah, they go all the way down and straight to. They're taking the direct route. They're not zigzag. They want to get there the fastest they can. All right. Anything else you guys want
Which
to do?
bridge, which bridge do we plan to blow up?
Oh, they're blowing up the causeway. That's right behind. It's like the thin. It's like the thin bridge that connects the
Yeah, south. Yeah,
Dominus
yeah.
to the keep, the solar keep.
Well, are you guys? Do you guys still wanna? Do you guys have any items that you want to prepare or buy before we do this thing in the next few days? Maybe.
When
Yeah.
Oh no?
Hello, dude.
yeah,
We
when
can't hear you if you're talking. Oh
yeah,
wait.
when that's good.
Oh
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, okay.
yeah, yeah.
Brenda only needs her weapon. That's all.
All right. What are the rest of you doing? What's Luther and Talnell doing? Are you guys gonna go shopping?
Again, if you want to try and borrow a magic item from my siblings, if like honestly, I'd prefer if they weren't involved. But if push comes to shove, like we can if you think you need anything specific, we can check
They
with
don't just
them.
sell magic items. They have like weapons and armor that are just magic too. They sell stuff like
Oh
that.
yeah, yeah, magical stuff.
Uh, I'm not. I'm not too good when it comes to magical stuff. What do you think would be helpful for us in doing this thing?
Oh, well, hopefully we won't have to do anything at all. But if we're doing like the breakout, like, do you have any maybe like a in like I can cast invisibility. What else would we need?
Luther would know that your siblings sell like scrolls and stuff. They sell magic armor. They sell magic sword, magic weapons. They don't just sell like potions. They sell a lot.
Yeah, but like Luther's also thinking if he borrows something from them, that's something that can be traced back to them. Of
Oh,
like,
okay. Up to
mm,
you guys.
like yeah, like if you need like a magic weapon armor, like concerningly, I think we might be able to go there because like I prefer if we're doing something that public, I would like hopefully we wouldn't need anything that would could be traced back to them.
How about how about something that can open locks or knock people out? You know,
Like a sleep spell, I can like you can get a like I can cast sleep, but like that's why like I'm I'm pretty decked out on some utility stuff.
uh, open a lock without a key, right?
I don't have knock. Uh, like
Oh, great.
he
So we'll be stopped by a door.
he turns to Grantella. We have like there is knock spells, but that's loud.
Are you guys still at the forest, or are you guys walking towards the city again?
Yeah, I think we have to walk using the route of the transport vehicle so that we will be
All right.
familiar with
Like
the area.
Yeah.
if there's a locked door, I can just teleport to the other side.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Yeah, I thought we were gonna have door problems, and never mind. All right. I
Yeah,
Even
guess
if
sure.
like if they're in a cage or in cuffs, if I teleport them, they'll be teleported without. I can choose what items they're carrying. They're teleported with them.
yeah. You said you're selling magical weapons, but the question is how much? You know we're broke.
Yeah,
Family
but
just gave us money.
if they like their family, if they know what's going on, they'll let us borrow stuff. But like I don't want like
Yeah, yeah. No,
magic items are uh right like magic items would be something like that's registered, right? That's like
yeah,
something like if they found out that item was with us during like involved in a major break-in, that could implicate them as well, right?
yeah. DM. Uh, the we're in Medina. Oh, sorry, we're in Medina. And I thought we're still in Lone Dark. Ah, never mind.
Still in where? River
Yeah,
Run? No.
I think
Bro,
we're. What I'm thinking is that
Thunders.
borrow something from Lone Dark Mansion. We're in Medina, so that's why I said never
You
mind.
killed Londark. So how are you gonna
Yeah,
borrow things
yeah,
from
that's
we
him?
killed
why
the king,
that's
guys.
why we know he's
MC,
not using his stuff anymore.
yes, yes, that's
Bro,
why he's no longer want to use those
Well, you like,
things.
oh, we killed your lover. Can we borrow his stuff? You give me like that to Dessa?
that conversation is gonna go great. My God.
Specifically Gruntella.
Nah,
Yeah, she saw you.
we're
She's
not.
like, she literally saw you
We're
cut
not
his head off.
asking for permission.
Out of character, which of you guys still has the invisibility scroll?
Not
Because Levi
It
had
was
his.
used, I
I'm not
think.
sure who had the other one.
Wasn't it used already?
No, we didn't use them.
Wait.
I think it
Well,
was. I
Levi's.
think he gave one to Tarian. It's a
Oh
gold.
Oh
shit.
no!
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
With
Because
my
oh no,
stuff.
the people with the invisibility scrolls are the ones in jail. Oh
Yeah,
no.
All
I'm
right.
not sure.
As
I'm not sure if I'm remembering right, but that might be it. Yeah,
As you guys are like kind of follow the route through, eventually reaching through the main part of the city. Um, for Talnell, this is nowhere near like what River Run is. This is huge. Like the places you like walked through and went through, like those would be like the size of River Run already. Like this place that you went in, like the architecture, it's a bunch of different types of architecture they see. Like more towards the middle of the city where like bigger buildings are, they kind of look like different like themes here and there. It looks like a melding of like cultures from at least what you would know as you are all descendants of what happened to this world before, and it's like a gathering of just a bunch of different cultures in this city, all united under the church, under the same belief. Um, people from all walks of life. You see fancy clothed people. You see paupers here and there. You see men of the cloth, priests probably just uh, walking around the city where they work. There's a bunch of different buildings here that are related to the church. And the to you, Talnell, this is actually, would this be overwhelming for you or no?
it's his first time going in a big city. I assume so. Yes, it would be.
Karen would be a little bit like where you were, where the inn was. It's similar to River Run, like that section entirely. This like the main part of the city is, it's a bit of a culture shock in a way. And as you guys like trace through the roads and go through uh, like different vantage points to look for like a good place to try and break out your friends, we'll switch over real quick. As you guys come to a screeching halt, and just outside, you guys hear like the beasts of burden that were pulling the other vehicles. The door swings wide open to your vehicles. Levi and Tyrion, the sunlight kind of greets your eyes in a like a little bit of blinding because you were in a dark, essentially similar to a cell behind the prison transport. And the sunlight here is more pronounced as they kind of pull you out of the transport, and you see this seems like a impossibly large structure kind of is also surrounded by other intricately designed like large structures as well. Like you see a lot of people in cloth just kind of like walking through the central causeway too as well. It's shaped in from what you can tell now, the way they shaped the pavilion here, or at least the court, is in a cross, and the building just adjacent to it makes up the circle of what, if you're probably bird's eye view, it would be like the similar shape to the symbol of Atris. And they eventually kind of like pull you through. Tyrion, you've been here before. Levi, not sure if you've been here before. Would Levi have been here before?
Definitely not.
It's all the grandeur and the feeling here is dense. It's like something is present here that shines its light on everywhere. It's like you can't hide anything in this place. It's like everywhere it can see you. And as
Levi
they
is.
Mhm.
Oh, sorry. Levi looks out the window. Wow, we got to see the palace up close. We got to ride in a car. Man, if it wasn't for the possible execution, I would say this was a pretty good trip to the capital. Like I'm looking at Tyrion.
This isn't the palace, right? This isn't the palace.
you're just outside of it. You're in like the middle courtyard area.
Yes, this is the palace. I
It
thought
honestly, if it wasn't for the threat of death, this would be a very nice trip.
I thought that one day I'd be coming here as part of the guard, not as a prisoner.
Levi says, "Hey, if things turn out right, you might still be a god. Hopefully, we don't die. Try not to think about that."
If it works out.
As
Levi,
they push you towards the entrance, you pass through the arches that are impossibly tall. Um, Even though there's a shadow cast, like the feeling of the light shining through, like you know these shadows are casted because of the light. It Tyrion, it feels oppressive instead of feeling holy in a way. It feels odd. It feels different. What you would expect to be like this place would feel very sanctified, it feels like something's off about it.
I feel this even with the inhibitor.
Yeah. For Levi, it would be like the grandeur, like the scale of this place is overwhelming to a point where you feel insignificant, like you feel small compared to the scale. Like this is what you're up against, actually. You're trying to move a cog or trying to steer it another way, but this thing's too big for you. Feeling.
Something feels strange.
yeah.
And as they take you through, like really, like a very tall set of stairs, like all the way down to all the way up to another set of archways. Your feet hurt from just going up, being forced up, and not just taking your leisurely time to go up. Eventually, the doors to the palace. There are guards there that are wearing what looks to be like mostly gold and some hints of red in there. Their armor, Tyrion, you would recognize these would be the most elite of like the militarum, and they're specifically just assigned here at the palace. Like you won't find them anywhere else. Even at the stronghold of the militarum, they won't be there. They're just assigned here. And
Just look at them kind of longingly.
Mhm.
Like that was kind of my dream job.
And from what you would know without even rolling, like these guys are, one of them is equivalent to like a small like contingent. Like that's how good these guys are. Um, and the feeling too of like, oh shit, it's like, and you remember your friends are gonna try and break you out, and this is what they're up against.
I don't know that they're gonna break me out yet.
Yeah, we do not know.
Oh, you don't
as
know?
far
Yeah,
as
yeah,
we know,
yeah.
we're going into this trial blind.
I feel like my dad's
Yeah,
gonna do
scratch
something,
that.
but I have no idea what.
Yeah, that's more so like you feel like your dad's gonna do something, and like the notion that your dad's up against something like this and he's been at it for a while gives you like a sense of unease, but also at the same time like kind of feel like, wow, dad's really up to something. And eventually, as the doors open, there's an impossibly long hallway, and all the way at the end you just see like an open kind of like glass, like large window, and right in the middle of it is a throne currently unoccupied. You see in the distance figures standing, two on each side. You see the familiar face of Conrad and Reese there, and on the opposite side you see um, like the very intricate, very tall headdress, and next to them it looks to be like a man cloaked and hooded with a like a golden mask, just all clothed in white.
Is that Jordan Kin or is that Pierce
Both of
Millette?
them, Pierce Millette and Jordan. And as
Okay.
you get to right at the ape or the center of this, the hallway kind of like you imagine now why it was long. It was because it was the foot of the cross, and it branches out to each side, and it's just windows on each side too as well. And right as you get close to the throne, a figure steps out from behind it, clothed in blue garbs, kind of like a streaming like a veil streaming all the way down, Im- kind of floating in a sense, like there's something ethereal about them. And as they step out, their figure starts to kind of float upwards, and while they're obviously above the rest of the people that are standing, because they're the platform that this throne is on, you can tell that this person is actually probably taller than Conrad, but you can't see their feet. The long kind of dress that they're wearing, or this kind of flows all the way back, and this long blue silk, sometimes translucent. You can see the tail end of it just kind of flutters in the wind, and a glint of it, you see the sunlight kind of pass through it, and it looks translucent. It looks like it's not there. And for a moment, you can see the sun. Both of you can see the sunlight kind of just pass through them. It's like they're not physically there. And at this moment, you see the four of them start to kneel, and their heads are down. And as this figure kind of shrinks back down to the normal size and starts to sit on this throne, one of the guards next to you, kneel. You guys kneel?
We should be doing that. Oh, sorry. And Levi starts kneeling.
I just
It is
follow
all
the
right. They don't
protocols.
need to kneel. I am but a servant, the same as them. We all serve the same one true God and are equal in their eyes. It is a blessing that we are gathered here today. By the grace of Atris and her prophet and the duodecim, I, the overseer, will be the judge, the jury, and your executioner. You, 6, are here today by your own actions. We are holding this trial to hear your voices, to hear your pleas, to hear you pray, to hear you submit. Death is only merely a transition, and life as you know it is but a mere practice for the truth. I have been tasked by the duodecim to hear from you and to listen from your heart. You are accused and was witnessed to have killed on what we now know as a heretic. Having been blamed as heretic, such is the reason why you are in this trial, but also as a possible savior to Riverrun is why you are given a chance to speak. And for a moment, there's a pause, and you remember saying that if there's a pause, you can speak. But before you can speak, you hear this voice creep up in your minds. It's ear piercing, but your ears don't hurt. It's like the same white noise earlier, Tyrion. Levi, you can hear it too in your mind. You hear this voice, and she looks at you both. I know what you did. If you are to prove yourselves worthy, she sees you. And that's where we'll end our session for tonight.
Well, damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I
damn.
thought magic. Yeah, I thought magic couldn't get to us if we're wearing the prohibitors.
Well, this is a different type of being.
Axe.
What
Axe.
the
Uh,
Yeah.
heck? I was like,
Next
Karen was
session's
just
gonna
gonna
be
look.
fun because of the trial and also Luther messaging Fenric for the status of the trial.
He's not
Yeah,
there
I
yet.
mean,
He'll probably
Yeah,
appear late, fashionably late.
yeah, yeah, but like
yeah.
as at the end of the day, like after the trial, like Luther is gonna message Fenric on the status of the trial, and like only thinking about that now, I realize that like oh, that's gonna be fun.
And like Tyrion would just look at Levi like, what did they just call us? Did they just say we're the saviors? We could possibly be the saviors of Riverrun? This wasn't what we were told.
Yeah, like Levi's going
We were
like
told
oh
we're gonna get killed instantly.
yeah, because like uh I told Alex my plan already for like Levi's defense, and then like when they said that, Levi was immediately like, oh, this might go better than I thought it was.
Anyways, guys,
He's like,
it's a little late now. Sorry I went over, but I'll
no,
see
it's
you
good.
guys next week.
It's not like we have any school.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. See ya.
Anyways, thank you
Goodbye.
guys.
Bye guys.
Have a good night.
Goodbye. See
Yeah,
you
bye,
next
guys.
time.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks,
Bye.
Diane.
Good night. Good
Wait,
night, guys. Good night.
wait, do you guys want to play again before